Okay, good afternoon, dear students. Remember that in 4 minutes we will start today's class. Get ready, please turn on your cameras. And we will start in 4 minutes. Okay, you guys, let's start. Remember to raise your hand when I call your name, okay? Okay, so raise your hand when I call your name. Brandon Andrango. Thanks. Mia Barrona. Thanks. Mireli Barros. Mireli. Okay, so she's absent. Gisela Catucuago. Gisela is also absent. Emily Chavez. Okay, she's absent. Karen Dominguez. Thanks. Sebastián Echeverría. Thanks. Emily Encalada. Thanks. Paola García. Paola here. Okay, so she's absent. Paola Guijarro. Oh, Paola Garcia is here. Okay, remember when you're late, send me a message. Alison Ichao. Okay, thanks. Michelle Maigua. Michelle, thanks. Ryan Morales. Okay, Brian Morales is absent. Denise Munoz. Denise. Thanks. Noelia Nivelo. Okay, she's absent. Naideline Olvera. I think I have a message, but I don't remember from where. Okay, thank you, Naideline. Okay. Okay, great. And then I have Nayeli Parra. Thanks. Franklin Pillo. Thanks. David Pulig. Thanks. Carla Ramon. Thanks. Catherine Rodriguez. Thanks. Carol Sanchez. Thanks. Wendy Taipe. Thanks. Christian Baca. Thanks. Juliana Valverde. Thanks. Daniel Villarreal. Thanks. David Yurkilema. David Yurkilema. Okay, thanks. Wait, let me check my messages. Okay, great. Thank you, Paola Garcia. Great. Perfect, you guys. So remember to keep checking your calendar. Okay, you need to keep checking your calendar so you know how we advance. Now, let me start sharing my presentation to you because we're going to start with Unit 8, okay? So also remember that this week we won't have classes on Friday because there's a holiday, and you can see that on the calendar. If you check, you can see that on Friday we don't have any classes, and then we will finish Unit 8 on Monday, okay? Great, so let's give it some time because it's starting to share my presentation. And then Daniel Villarreal, do you have a question? Because your hand is up. Okay,
queda la manita alzada.
Great, great, great. Now it's down, so it's okay. Okay, let's give it some time because it's taking some time to present. Taking some time to present. Okay, so today we're going to learn a new grammar point, which is it's not, okay, it's not happening, I don't know why. Give it some time, it's taking some time, I don't know why. Nice, now it's working. Oh my, I don't know what's going on. It was working, okay, let me share that again. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's not showing the presentation. Let me try one more time. No, it's not showing. Okay, so let me just open outside and share my screen because it's not working. All right. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to share my window. And I'm going to adjust my window. On the notes. So I can see the chart. Arrange. Now. Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna start with today's lesson. Well, I hope that we can advance the 3 lessons that I have planned for today. We're going to learn the use of can or can't to talk about the skills or abilities. Remember that previously we learned the difference between present simple and present continuous, and today we're going to learn a new language structure which is related to the modal can or can't, right? There are 2 uses for it. I mean, there are actually 3 uses, but here in this module, they only teach you to learn 2, which has to do with ability, okay? That's the thing that I cannot write anything here. Okay, so ability, so it has to do with ability. So we're going to learn the use of can or can to describe abilities or things that we can do or not do very well. Okay. So let me just click next. Great. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to describe the skills, right? What skills or what abilities these people are showing on these pictures, okay? Some of them are here, are listed here, but some of them are not. So I want you to think of it and I want you to tell me, right? What is the skill that each photo it's describing or it's showing, okay? Or it is displaying, okay? So let's start. Picture number 1, what do you think? What is the skill or the ability that we can see on the first picture?
Sing.
Picture number 1 is sing.
Dancing.
It's
Dance, okay? If we want to say what is happening, we will say they are dancing, but the skill is to dance, right? And if you want to be more specific, what kind of dance is this? Can you figure it out? What are they dancing? No idea what kind of dance is that one? What kind of dance is that one? Tango, very good, right? So this is tango. Nice. So what is the skill or the ability that they can dance, right? That they can dance tango or flamenco, okay? Because of the outfit, we can figure it out. Nice. One skill, right, or ability that we can relate to is that somebody, or in this case, they can dance, right? Number 2, what do you think? What is this ability?
draw.
To draw. Very good.
Draw.
Now, some of you or some of your relatives or family or friends, right, probably can draw without any, like it's natural with them, without any further training, right? Yeah, you can study, you can train, but then some people have this natural ability or a skill, right, that they can draw. What about number 3? What do you think? What is that? Number 3.
Repair.
Okay, so he's repairing, yeah. The phrase that we can use here, fix things, right? Right now, well, as an example, he probably is fixing the bicycle, right? And he can fix the bicycle. But there are some people that know how to fix things, right? It's it's not a big hassle, it's not a big problem for them to fix things. Like if there's something going on the shower, or you need to have a light bulb, or you need to have something fixed on your wall, they know how to do it, right? They are not professionals, but they know how to fix things, right? Number 4. Number 4, what can we say about number 4? Okay, nice, Christian. Read music. Right, so someone, right, we don't know whether it's a he or a she or they, can read music, right? Very good. Read music, that's an ability also that you can have. There's some people who have learned how to do those things by watching video tutorials, right? And not just read music, but they also can play a musical instrument, right? Number 5, what is that? What is that, a skill or ability or talent?
To paint.
Paint, right? Very good. There's some people who can paint, right? They have this, as I already say, innate ability, this innate talent to do things, right? So they can paint. Number 6.
Play the guitar.
Play guitar.
They can play the guitar. In this case, it's the guitar, but you can play any instrument. As I already mentioned, there's some people that can learn how to play different instruments just by watching video tutorials, and that's an ability or a skill that they can develop, that they have, right? Number 7.
Sing.
Sing, right? Sing, very good. He can sing, right? We can see that he can sing. Now, once again, I'm gonna go to natural talents mostly with the skills or abilities here, because there's some people who has this voice that is very natural, right? That they do not make any big effort. I mean, you can take some singing lessons or classes, and it's fine that you can improve. You can improve, you can be better, right? But there are some people who just have this talent, this ability, right? Number 8, what is that?
Snowboard.
Skateboard.
Skateboard, right? You can skateboard, right? It's a sport. I mean, you can train and you can learn how to do it, but it's also a talent, right? To keep your balance right there. What about number 9?
Snowboard.
That is a snowboard, right? We have skateboard, snowboard. Number 10, what is that?
Speak two language.
Speak 2 languages, right? Like some students can speak 2 languages, and I'm referring to Spanish or their original mother language, right? Their first language. Probably for some of you might be Quechua or Shuar or any other language, because you know that Ecuadorians, we come from different nationalities here. I mean, like indigenous nationalities, and also Quechua is another recognized language. So I'm not referring only to English, right? That there are some students who can speak 2 languages, and I mean their first language or mother language, that is Quechua or any other native language from Ecuador, or and they had to learn how to speak English to communicate with the rest of us, right? And obviously, if you know any other languages such as English or French or Chinese or other languages, right? So that's another skill or ability, right? Number 11, what is that?
Surf.
Surf. The sport is surfing, right? Let's see, that's also an ability that you can develop, right? To surf. And finally, number 12.
Swim.
Swim, right? This is a life-saving ability or a skill to have, right? You need to know how to swim, right? You have to learn or you have to practice, because if you have I don't know, a trip or something goes wrong, right, on a trip, and you fall to the water, or probably you're near a swimming pool, you fall to the water, you need to know how to swim, right? So you have to have that ability. Great. So we're going to talk about the skills or abilities, and notice that when we describe these pictures, we were talking about skills, abilities, or talents, and I was using the modal can or can, right? So let me just go to the next one. Right here. So we can use can or can't for abilities, right? For abilities or skills. Now, you can also say that you can do it well or not well, right? Or really well, okay? If you're really very good at it, right? You can do it well or really well. Or you cannot do it well if you're not good at it, okay? So what we're gonna do is actually to complete the sentences with can or can't from the context that we have here in these statements, right? Notice that can or can't apply to any subjects. The only difference that you need to know is that can is used for affirmative and can't for negative, right? But they are all the same for all the subjects. That's the thing. So like, for example, you draw and paint really well, you are a real artist. What do you think we can have here? Can or can't? You
Can't.
Can.
You can, right? So you can draw. Very good. Excellent. Let me see. I'm trying to. The bad thing that when I'm sharing outside, the outside teams is that I cannot or I can't write anything. And I'm not sure why this is happening, why I can't share my presentation with you guys. I can't share it. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see, somebody. No, I cannot do that. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to see if somebody has taken control or something. But no way. You can see that there's people who were connected only for the attendance and now disconnected. Let me take a picture of this so I don't have any problems. As evidence. Perfect. Great. So it's not happening. So let me go back to my usual sharing. No. I don't know what's going on. Give me a moment, right? Let me disconnect for a few seconds and connect again because it's not letting me share the material. So do not disconnect, okay? I'm just going to leave the room and then come back. Okay, I'm back. Let me see if I can share it this time. Okay, never mind, it's not working. Okay, so let's continue like this. Okay. Nice. Oh, let me just open up the chat and then share this. Okay, finally. Okay, so number one, we already did, right? You can draw and paint really well. You're a real artist. Number two.
Can't.
We
Can.
can, right? We can sing and play the guitar. Well, we're in a band, right? Obviously, if we're in a band, means that we can do that. Now, number three, they dance, but they do it well.
Can.
Okay, very good. I have some answers. We need two, right? We need two. Is it first can and then can't? Okay, great. I have two answers on that. The other one, I have it the other way around. Okay, yeah. So the correct answer will be they can dance. Yeah, they can dance, but they can't do it well, right? I mean, they can dance, it's okay, but they can't do it well. Okay. Number 4, Nicole.
Can. The Nicole can.
Nicole can swim really well, but she
Can't surf.
She can't surf. So she can swim, but she can't surf. Number 5. Very good. Can and can't.
I can snowboard well.
I can't. I can't snowboard well. And then we have a question. Yes. Can, right? Can you teach me? Right, so I can't snowboard well, right? I'm not good at it. Can you teach me? Is it possible for you to teach me? Number 6. Okay. Nice, Emily. Nice, very good. So, Gavin can fix your bike. Yes, Gavin has the ability to help you with your bike, right? But he can't, opposite, right? We even have this but, which says that is a opposite idea, opposite information, right? But he can't fix your car. Excellent, right? Because obviously it says here he's not a mechanic. Okay, he's not a mechanic, so he can help you with your bike, but he can't help you with your car, right? Because he's not a mechanic. Nice. So don't forget that we can use can or can't to express or to talk about abilities or to talk about skills, right? Now, notice that after can or can't, we have the base form of the verb. So we have draw, sing, dance, swim, snowboard, fix, surf, do, right? Base form of the verb. Okay, no conjugation, no verb with ing, no verb with s's, nothing, right? You apply can or can't to all the subjects, and obviously after that, the base form of the verb, okay? That's the structure, as simple as that. Great. Now, let's think about 5 different people who has 5 different skills. We can refer to the skills or the abilities that we just talked about at the beginning of the class, right? And what I want you to do is to complete sentences with different people or with different skills that they have. What do I mean by different people? I mean, think about your parents, think about your friends, your best friend, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your husband or wife, your children, if you have children, or your brother or sister, or brothers and sisters, right? I want you to think of people, different people that know different kinds of skills or that they have different kinds of abilities. And I want you to complete, right? Do it. Like use can or can't, and you could also do it with really well if they are very good at it, or well, or just simply like that, right? Without any additional description on it, right? For example, in my case, right? My mom can cook really well. I can cook, but she can cook really well, right? Everything that she does is delicious. Okay, great. How about you guys? I want you to think of different people and I want you to give me some sentences, right, related to these people and different skills that they can have. For reference, you can take this different skills, right? Like dance, draw, fix, read music, paint, play an instrument, swim, surf, speak two languages or other kind of languages, right? Or three or four, I don't know. Snowboard and snowboard and skateboard and sing, right? Or any other different skills that you know. So have some time, arrange your ideas, organize your ideas, and tell me about people in general that you know who can or cannot do those things. Okay, your brother can swim, okay. So probably he has to learn because it's dangerous if you do not know how to swim. My brother can sing very well. That is nice, okay, nice. My brother can swim in the pool. My brother can read music. Oh, that's interesting, Christian. He can read music. I can speak really well English. Okay, great. That's an ability that you don't have yet, but you can learn. My friend can paint well, very good. What kind of things can he play? Can he paint? He can paint well. What portraits, landscapes, objects? What is it? My brother can sing. Nice. What kind of music does he sing? Can he sing any kind of music, or there's a particular music that he likes to sing? My mom can paint. Oh, that is nice. What kind of paintings does she do? My mom can paint very well. Excellent. What kind of paintings does she like to do? My brother can play the guitar. Great. How many years has he been playing the guitar? I can't dance in the school. You can dance. Why? Do you get nervous? My cousin can play the guitar well. My cousin can swim really well. Very good. Right, so anything that is related or connected to skills or abilities, remember you guys, anything that is related or connected to abilities or skills, we will use can or can. That is one use. That is the first use, okay? My friend can play the guitar every day. Oh, that's good. My father can sing, but he can dance. Oh, okay, great. My mother can sing really well. Nice. So not necessarily that he or she or they are professionals, right? But they can do it. They have this talent or this ability. She can swim in the pool. My brother can sing songs of Juan Gabriel. Oh, very nice. Right? So like when we hear him, we say, oh, very nice voice. Mhm. Yeah, there's some people who has different kind of voices that they can sing or perform different kind of songs that are similar to the artist. That's very nice. That's a very nice talent to have. My parents can dance very well. Nice. My sister can't speak two languages. Okay. So probably she can speak only one, right? Nice. Great, you guys. So don't forget, abilities or skills, we can use can or can't. Great. Now, let's move on to the second reason to use can or can. So the first reason was to use when we talk about the skills or abilities. The second reason to use can or can has to do with possibilities. Okay, so now here we're going to learn can or can't for possibility. Okay, when we talk about possibilities, things that are possible or not possible to do, or like you have permission or not permission to do it. And we're going to relate or connect that to a working environment. Okay, so let's connect it. So first, let's see, let's learn some vocabulary related to work. Okay, let's assume that we are in an office, we are working, or for if you have never worked in your life, You might be familiar with a working environment because of your parents or your relatives that work, okay? Right, so let's answer true or false. The people in the photo are co-workers. The people who are here in this picture, they are co-workers. True. True, very good. Yes, they are co-workers. So if you work with people at the same place, right? They are co-workers. Just like when you study with people, not necessarily friends, right? But means that you work in the same place in this case. That's why you are co-workers. And then you also have students who study or take the same class as you. They are, if the people that you work with, they are called co-workers. The people that you study with, what are they called? How do we call them? The people who study with you, not necessarily friends, but they study with you.
Yes.
What is the name? How do we call the people who study with us or take the same class as us and not necessarily our friends? You're not listening. Are you listening? Are you listening to me? You guys, are you listening to me? Yes? Okay, so answer my question. I'm asking you a question and you're answering something else. That's why I'm asking you if you're listening to me or you just answering what is presenting. I'm going to repeat my question. Pay attention to my question. If the people who work with you are called co-workers, how do we call the people who study with you? How are they called? How do we call the people who study with you? Co-workers, the people who study with you?
False.
What do you mean false? Okay, once again, my question, right? My question is, how do we call to the students who take the same class as you? If we call the people who work with you co-workers, how do we call the people who study with you? What is the word? What is the name?
Compañeros de trabajo.
No, you're not. I'm not asking you to translate. Okay. Classmates, very good. One person is paying attention to the teacher. You call classmates to the students who study with you or take a class with you. So you guys are classmates, okay? The people who work with you are co-workers and you are classmates, okay? That's my question. I don't know if you're paying attention. You're just answering the questions without listening. Okay, now we're gonna go to number 2. Tom works 1 hour a week. Does it mean that he works hard? True or false?
False.
False, right? He doesn't work hard. He works only 1 hour a week, so he doesn't work a lot, right? He doesn't work hard. Number 3, a chef usually works in an office. Is it true or false?
False.
False.
Where does he usually work, or where does a chef work?
Kitchen.
In the kitchen or
The restaurant.
at the restaurant? Very good, right? We can say in the kitchen or at the restaurant. Excellent. Number 4, great workers think of new ideas.
True.
True.
True, right? Great workers think of new ideas, right? If you are a great worker, you're always being creative, always thinking about something different, something bright to do, right? New to do. Number 5, Microsoft and Toyota are companies. Are they companies?
True.
True.
True, they are companies, right? They are very well recognized companies. Number 6, workers usually have meetings at home on the weekend.
False.
False.
False, they don't have it on the weekend. When do they usually have meetings?
In the relax. Weekdays.
Weekdays, right? Monday to Friday, they are called weekdays, and weekends are Saturday and Sunday. Don't forget that. And number 7, workers often take a break and drink coffee. Workers
True.
often take a break and drink coffee. Is it true or
True.
false?
True.
True, right? So when you are working, you usually take a break. Now, what is the meaning of taking a break? It means that you pause what you're doing, you pause if you're working, or if you are studying, you pause and you take a break. A break is 10, 15 minutes. A break is not 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, right? Remember that. So when you take a break, you pause for a little while or for a few minutes what you're doing. You take you probably breathe, you take a walk, you take some coffee, and then you go back, right, to work or to study or go back to the activity that you were doing before you took a break. Okay, so this is key vocabulary, guys, because it's related to work. Because in this lesson, we're going to learn, right, some vocabulary related to work. So that's the vocabulary part. So we have co-workers, works hard, or someone who works hard. Office, that's where usually people work. Think, right? Companies. We have meetings. What is to have meetings? When you get together with people, right, to discuss about projects or to discuss about new ideas or to know about what you guys are doing during the week, during the day, right? It all depends how often you have your meetings, right? And finally, take a break that I just explained. So here we have the answers for what we were doing, right? True and false, and explaining as you say, right? A chef works in a kitchen or at a restaurant, and usually we have meetings on weekdays, not on weekends, right? Great. Now, what we're gonna do is, before we actually answer some questions, I want you to form questions with Genk. Now you can have your yes or no questions, the typical ones. Can you swim? Can you paint? Can you draw? Right? Yes or no. Or we can have a specific questions, the ones that start with a WH word or an information question, what, where, when, how, right? And what we're going to do is actually we're going to form questions, okay? So what can and a subject, and then here you have some phrases that can help us to form different questions. Because later we are going to answer those questions, right? What questions can you can you form or make in order to form with eat lunch or have coffee or not do at the office or do at lunchtime or get to work or take a break or have a meeting or meet coworkers or work from home. What I want you to do is to form as many questions as you can with these information questions and with the phrases, okay? You can use the microphone, you can use, I would rather ask you to send it over the chat so that way we can have the questions and then we can answer the questions later. Okay, so we have, where can she get to work? Where can she get to work? Kind of difficult. I don't know how, if that makes sense. What can you do at lunchtime? Very good. That one, yeah, it makes sense. What can, and don't forget the subject. What can you do? Or what can he do? I don't know, Emily, you have a Spanish word there. When can we have a meeting? Very good. The second one, yes. Working as a coffee. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are translating and then copying it. I want you to actually do it. Yes. How can work from home? How can work from home? Okay, it's missing a subject there. Don't forget the subject. You guys are not adding the subject. Subject. Okay, subject. Please add the subjects to your questions. How can he work from home? Very good, Juliana. How can he work from home? How can we get to work? Excellent. How can we get to work? How can you work from home? Nice. How can he eat lunch? Okay, nice. Where can you have coffee? Excellent. Where can, okay, missing the subject there. Missing the subject there. Don't forget to add your subject. Missing the subject. How can I meet coworkers? I don't know, Carla, why you have traje there? Michelle, how can she have a meeting? Nice. Where can get, okay. Remember subjects. When can she take a break? Excellent. How can he have a meeting with you? Nice. Very nice question. When can I take a break? Excellent. When can I take a break? Any other questions? Okay, missing the subjects, please. Don't forget the subjects. Yes, subjects. Okay, very good. How can we work from home? When can they work from home? You see, very good. Just do not forget the subjects, okay? So we have what, or where, or when, or how, then we have can, and then we have our subjects. And then we have our base form of the verb with the rest, with the complement or object, right? So what can you, what can he, what can she, what can they? I don't know, do at the office or not do at the office, right? Where can he or where can she or where can they or where can you meet co-workers or have a meeting or take a break or have coffee or eat lunch? When can you, when can he, when can she, when can they have a coffee or eat lunch or work from home or meet co-workers or have a meeting, right? Or take a break when, right? When. How can you, how can they, how can he, how can she? And then we can have get to work, right? Or how can they or he or she meet co-workers, right? Whatever makes sense, you will do the combination. The only thing that I'm asking you is not to forget about the subject. So once again, we have our WH word, what, where, when, how, who, why, right? Any other WH words that are ask information questions. Then we have can. Then we have the subject. Don't forget the subject. And finally, we have the base form of the verb with the rest of the complements or objects. And now we're going to answer, right? Let's answer. Here you can have some of the answers include this useful language. Like, for example, what can you do in your office? What can you do in your office? Right? Well, I can have meetings. I can meet my coworkers. I can do presentations. I can I don't know, work in different projects, right? So I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to answer. Okay, so my question is, now I want you to use a microphone for this because we're practicing speaking, okay? So listen to my question. Here are useful phrases that you can use when you give your answers. But listen to my questions, and what we're going to do is basically to practice speaking, okay? So my question is, what can't you do at work? What can't you do at work? What can't? Okay, what can't you do at work? Use the microphone to give me your answers, please.
I can't play the guitar.
Nice. I can't play the guitar because I'm working. Very good. What else?
I can sleep.
You can sleep. Excellent. Because obviously you're working. What else you can do?
I can study.
You can study. Very good. Excellent. Now, another question. What can you do in, okay, let me see. What can you do? No. I'm going to ask you, where can you go, right? Oh, sorry, where can you have a meeting? Where can you have a meeting? Where can you have a meeting?
Teacher, ¿puede repetir la pregunta? Por favor.
Yeah, if I can repeat, yeah, you can say, can you repeat the question, please?
Yes.
Can you say that in English? Because you're learning and you can use that language. It's basic language. Ask me to repeat again.
Can you repeat, please?
Very good, right? Yes. Where can you have meetings? Where can you have meetings?
I can meeting in office.
I can
I
meeting?
can meeting in the house.
Are you sure I can meeting?
I can meet in the house.
Okay, can you meet in your house when you're working? But remember that everything is related, or we're talking about work things. Work environment and activities that you can do when you're working at an office or in an office.
I can meet in the office.
Okay, yes, you can meet. You can meet people in the office. What else? Any other place that you can have a meeting?
I can meet in the restaurant.
You can have a work meeting in a restaurant, yes. True, true, true.
Quiero que haga bastante sol, pero un día todo el día, ahora que nos llueve. Y para mañana ya esté bonito antes que se vaya, que venga la
Any other place? As it says here in the meeting room, right? Where can we have lunch? 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 Where can we have lunch?
Can eat lunch in the break.
I'm sorry? Where can we have lunch?
I
Or where
can
can
eat lunch in the break.
Okay, but the question is where, is not when. Where can you have lunch? Where? We can have lunch in the restaurant. Very good, right? We can have it in a restaurant. Where? Where can you have lunch? You can go to the restaurant and have lunch during your lunch time or your lunch break.
I can't eat lunch at the restaurant.
Where, sorry?
In the restaurant.
Yes, in a restaurant. Mhm. Any other place? In the mall, very good. If you are working in a mall or near a mall, you can go very quickly during your lunch break and you can have it in a mall. Nice. In the university, yes. If you're working near the university, we can have lunch in the market. Okay, nice as well, right? Very good. Or probably where you work, I mean, there are companies that they actually have this canteen or this sort of bar, or also they have a kind of a place, right, that well they arrange. So where you can have these they have like a table and you have some chairs and you also have this space to prepare yourself coffee, and then you have a microwave, and if you take your food there, you can actually heat it up, and then you can have you can have your lunch, or you can eat something right there, right? With like the coffee place or the bar part that you have in your company. They also have these spaces, right? When? Now my question is when. When can you have meetings? When? When can you have meetings? When can you have meetings?
I can have meeting in the morning.
You can have a meeting in the morning. Very good. On Friday. It all depends of the company policy, right? Like if they like to have meetings every morning before you actually take your day to know what you do, you can do it. Or you can do it once a week on a Friday or on a Monday to know what you're going to do. And then once again on a Friday to know if you accomplish how things were during the week, so everybody is well informed, especially if you're doing some projects, because you need to share your ideas and organize properly, right? So it will depend depending on the company's policy, right? How can you work from home? How can you work from home? I can have meeting in the yesterday. It doesn't make any sense, that answer, right? Great. So how can you work from home? How? How can you work from home? If they tell you, okay, you have to work from home, how can you do that? How can? How can we work from home? What do you think we need in order to work from home? How can we do that? How can we work from home? Okay. Or you can go to a cyber and work. Yeah, well, if you do not have the internet or a computer, yes. What else? How can we work from home? How? How can we do that? Like I work from home. I've been working from home for almost 2 years or something like that. How do you think? How can we work from home? How can we work from home? How can we work from home? Mm. Any idea? Well, you can work from home by using a video chat, probably sending emails, video calls, right? That's how you can work from home. And how can you get from your home to your job? How can you get from your home to your job? How can you get? Let me just connect my battery. How can you get from home to your job? Let me just connect. Okay, you can take the bus. Very good. If it's far away, remember this question: how can you get from one place to the other? That's from the previous week, right? You need to use transportation, right? So you can take the bus, you can walk, you can drive, you can take the subway. Don't forget to study, yes, the vocabulary that we learned. Nice. Now, as we are talking about work, we're gonna see how you can interact in a job interview, right? So let's see. We're going to learn how to ask for and give opinions, how to explain and say more about an idea, right? How to expand or give more information. Okay, so let me just start with this. Great, so here first we're going to learn some phrases. There are two typical phrases that we use when we want to ask for opinions. Those are, what do you think and why do you think that, or why do you think about, I don't know, right? And then what? Why do you think that way? Or why do you think that video games are important? So on and so forth, you can ask. That's when you ask for opinions. When you want to give or express your opinions, we have a set of expressions too. Now, these are basics. We can always have some others, right? So like, I think so, I don't think so, and that is a complete idea, right? And basically, sorry. Okay, great. So as I was sharing, and then finally you can have, I think that, and then obviously you complete your idea with that, right? This is only the beginning, and then you will have a complete statement. Okay, I think that, or I don't think that. Okay, obviously, I think so, and I think that, and then the complete idea are affirmative, and I don't think so, or I don't think that, and then to the idea is a negative, right? That means that you do not think the same, or you do not agree with that opinion, right? Great, so let's complete these statements. It says, I think video games are great. What do you think? They're very cool, they're boring. What do you think? Which words, which expressions do you think should go here to complete this conversation? Let me just connect my battery.
I think so.
Okay, so tell me, which phrase do you think will go here? I think video games are great. What do you think? They're very cool. They're boring. I think that, okay, very good. Okay, so I think that they're very cool. They're boring. You think that it makes some sense? I think so. They're very cool and they're boring. Because boring is something negative and cool is something positive. What do you think?
I think so.
Okay, so you think it's affirmative, right? Either I think so or I think that they are very cool. They're boring. Are you sure? I don't, because boring is something negative, you guys. Boring is the opposite of not interesting. Very good. I don't think so, right? I don't think so. Well, I don't think will be more appropriate because you have a complete statement after that. And remember the difference? I think so. And oh, I don't think so. A complete statement right there. I think, and then you complete your idea. Or I don't think, and then you complete your idea. So in this case, they are completing the idea with by giving more information, right? So I don't think that, or I don't think they're very cool. They're boring, right? Because they're boring means that they are not interesting at all. Okay, so I don't think they're cool. Okay, so one people likes video games and the other person doesn't. One person likes video games and the other person doesn't like it, or doesn't like them. Sorry, video games. Number two, why and what do you think is missing here? Why?
Do you think?
Why do you think, right? Why do you think cell phones are important? Or why do you think that cell phones are important? Very good. They're useful. We communicate with our phones. Very good. Number three, do you think soccer is a good sport? No, I
don't think so.
don't think so. It's a complete idea here. No, I don't think so. I like basketball. Oh, are you good at music? Are you good at music? Are you good at music? What do you think is yes?
I think that.
Okay, so if you use I think that means that you need to complete your idea, but as you can see here, we have a period. So I think so is appropriate. I think so, period. I sing and play the guitar really well. So once again, I'm going to explain. I think so or I don't think so. It's a complete idea by itself, and then you can expand later, no problem. But when you have I think or I don't think, this is just the introduction or the initial part to give or to complete your idea. Yes? Don't forget that. Great. So now I want you to use these phrases to give your opinions. Okay. So I think video games are great. What do you think? Okay. So anybody can have a different opinion, right? Some people may like it, some others might not like it. So that's why. What are you gonna say? I think video games are great. What do you think? Same questions, but now I want you to give me your opinions. I think video games are great. What do you think? What do you think? I think video games are great. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think so are great. No. Okay. I think, and then you can have, I think they are great, or I think they are awesome, or I think, and then you complete, right? But if you say, I think so, that is a complete idea, and then you can start another sentence, right? After you say that. So I think the video games so very relaxing. Okay, so as you can see, the phrase is, I think so. That is one phrase. You do not separate it like that, or I think that, and then you give the extra explanation. Okay. So analyze that so you can give proper answers. Okay, so come on, video games. What do you think about video games? What do you think about video games? Okay. Nice. So I think they're great, or I think they're very interesting, or I think video games are very interesting, very good. Oh, I think they're funny. Nice, very good. That's your opinion. Great. I think or I don't think, right? But then if you use I think, complete the idea, complete the thought. I think or I don't think, right? Don't forget that. Number 2, I think that video games are scandalous. Okay, very good, right? Why do you think cell phones are important? Now, why do you think cell phones are important? What is your opinion about that? Why do you think cell phones are important?
I think it's necessary for call work.
Okay, so you think they are necessary for our jobs, right? So here we don't use I think so or I don't think so because they are asking you about your opinion, right? Why do you think cell phones are important? If you say I think so, it's because you kind of agree with an opinion, but it's not an opinion giving here. They are asking for your opinion. Okay, so why do you think cell phones are important? And you have to say why. You have to give the reason why. I think that cell phones are important, or I don't think cell phones are important. And then you give your opinion. Okay, so like Emily says, I think cell phones, right? Or I think that they are important, or because they can connect us with other people. Okay, very good, right? So I think cell phones are important, or I don't think cell phones are important. Or if you want to include that, no problem. I think that, and then cell phones are important. Don't forget to have a subject after that. Okay, so like, I think that important for communicate. I think that they are important. Okay, complete statements, please. I think that is very important for communication. Okay, I think that cell phones, or they, because we're talking about cell phones in plural, are important, right? Because, or for, in the case of communication or keeping contact with people, I think so that important for study, work, and connect on the people. I think so, yes, necessary. It depends how we use it. Okay, but we don't say yeah. Okay, the question is not yes or no. The question is why. Okay, so I think that cell phones, or they, right? They is the pronoun for cell phones, right? They are important because they connect us. Okay, complete ideas. Remember, they connect us to people. They can help us to communicate with with our co-workers, or we can connect with the people from our work, or from our, you can connect quickly with our family. Or I don't think they are important, right? I don't think they are important because people use it or are connected all the time, and they do not connect with real people, right? It all depends of what is your opinion. It's not right or wrong. It's what your opinion is. But don't forget, if you use I think that, a complete statement after that. Or I don't think that, a complete statement after that. Right? Now, number 3, do you think soccer is a good sport? Now, this is a yes and no question. Do you think soccer is a good sport?
I think so.
I think so. Very good. Right? And if you want to give more information, you can do that, right? Do you think soccer is a good sport? I think so. So it other means, it in other words says yes, right? Or yes, I think so. And if you want to say more about it, you can say because it gives you a lot of energy, or it keeps you healthy and fit, or is a good way to do exercise. I don't know, right? Or I don't think so, right? It's, I don't know, it's boring. It's not exciting. It's not interesting. It all depends on your opinion once again. Okay. Number 4, are you good at music? This is also a yes or no question. Are you good at music? Yes or no? Are you good at music? Yes or no? What do you think? Well, if you're good at music, you can say, I think so. And then obviously you say, I think so. I can play the guitar, or I can play the piano or the drums, or I can sing well. Oh, I don't think so. Right? Are you good at music? I don't think so. Oh, I can't play an instrument, or I can sing. Right? You complement your idea. Great. Moving on. Now, in the case that you want to say more about an idea, you could also use this connector that is I mean, right? For example, it says, basketball is or isn't my favorite sport. Here we have an example. Basketball is my favorite sport. I mean, I can play really well and it's fun, right? So when you want to say more about something or explain that idea further, yes, when you want to give further explanation, you will use this connector, I mean, right? Like, I think or I don't think computer skills are important, I mean, and then you give extra information or you add more information. It's another way. Now, what I want you to do is to select one of these phrases, and I want you to use this connector, I mean, to add more information. Remember, to add more information, you can use I mean. I want you to send me your ideas, okay, or your statements over the chat using I mean. When you want to add more information, you can use the expression I mean. Okay, let's see. Friday is my favorite day. I mean, it's the last day of the week and everyone can go party. Nice, very good. Excellent, Emily. Who else? Who else would like to add more information in any of these statements, right? By using I mean. Saxophone is my favorite instrument. I mean, I can play really well. Nice, Christian. Very unusual for somebody to play a saxophone. Very good. Chocolate is my candy favorite. Okay, it's my favorite candy. I mean, I can eat too much and it's great. Yeah, chocolate, love it. I can't ride a skateboard. I'm afraid of falling. Okay, and the use of I mean. Okay, because what we want to do is to add more information by using I mean. In your case, Paula, it will be, I can't skateboard. I mean, I'm afraid of falling. That's why I don't like the sport or something like that. Greg, more statements, more statements. I'm afraid. What else? What else? What else? Any other? I have only 1, 2, 3, 4 people who contributed. What about the rest? 4 people out of 20 students. I have less students. Let me see who else is not in class. Okay, so I have noticed. Let me just see. Okay, so I have noticed that some students do disconnect during class. Okay, so I'm going to write an absence. I can see that, right? So don't worry about it. So at the beginning, they are in class and then they disconnect. Okay. Perfect. Nice. Nice. Great. Come on, contributions. Okay, I think computer skills are important. I mean, they can use your computer. I don't think they are important because of that. Paint is my favorite hobby. I mean, I can paint really well. Nice. Yeah. If you treat it as a hobby to paint or painting, right? I don't like soccer. I think swimming is the best sport. Nice. My favorite activity is sleep. I mean, I can sleep and relax. Very good. Okay, I can paint. I mean, it's good for relax. Okay. Remember, the pronoun I already explained, always with a capital letter, right? So I can paint, I mean, this is the expression, I mean, okay? Don't forget the spelling, I mean, and then you have a comma if you are writing, right? If you are speaking, not necessarily, but if you are writing, notice that you have a comma. And then you can have your complete idea, right? I mean, and then a complete idea. I mean, it is good for relaxing. Okay, saxophone is my favorite instrument. Period. I mean, comma, it's interesting, right? Great. Don't forget, I mean, comma, and then the complete statement, okay? Great, you guys. Now, we're gonna prepare ourselves for an interview. So we're gonna use, I mean, I think that, why do you think, I think so, and I don't think so, to complete this this interview, okay? So tell me, what do you think goes on number 1? It says, so are you the right person for this job? Yes. What else? I'm going to write over here because it's not working properly. So let me see. What do you think is the answer for number 1? Number 1. do you think? So are you the right person for this job? Yes. Yes, I think so. Very good, right? I'm saying yes, I think so. Okay, great. So the first one is I think so. We are going to check anyway, right? So number 2, why? In a very short answer, please, because I can work well with people on a team. And then we have number 2, what is missing? Teamwork is very important. What do you think? What phrase can go? I think that teamwork is very important. Okay. I think that teamwork is very, I'm sorry. I think that will be the expression, right? Not everything. I think that, okay, that is number 2. Or I mean, so I have 2 alternatives. I think that, oh, I mean, teamwork is very important, okay? Nice. Number 3, what do you think number 3 is? What do you think is number 3? Okay, nice. Why? Right? Why do you think it's important? Okay. Great. Number 4. Well, then you continue with the conversation. It says because a company is a big team, and then we have number 4. It's a group of people. What is there? Number 4. What phrase do you think goes there? Remember that we can use I mean 2 times, and I think that 2 times as well. Okay, 2 people have wrote I mean, right? 3, okay, great. So 3, it's I mean it's a group of people, right? Everybody knows it's I mean. Okay, I mean it's a group of people and you work with them every day. Very good. And why are you good on a team? Because I like people and I can communicate well. That's great. Number 5. Great, I think that communication is important. Good communication is important, but what do you think number 6? So number 6, I don't think that. Okay, oh, I don't think. I don't think it's the only important thing. That other things can you do well. I can speak 2 languages. And number 7, what do you think? What do you think will go on number 7? Okay, great. I mean, or what is the other alternative that you were sending? I think that. Okay, great. Let's see. Let's listen. Oh, I don't know. I didn't share with audio, so let me share that again with audio. Very good. Okay, now let's listen to confirm, right? And then obviously it's very clear that some phrases you cannot have any doubts, right? Okay, let me just play it.
So, are you the right person for this job?
Yes, I think so.
Why? In a very short answer, please.
Because I can work well with people on a team. I think that teamwork is very important.
Right? I think that. Oops, sorry, it just stopped. Okay, so something happened. That is taking a little bit of time. Okay, it's not responding. I don't know what happened now. Okay, something went wrong with the program. Let me stop sharing so it can fix itself. Okay, now it's working again. Perfect. Let me just share that again. And I don't know why it's this one. Yeah. Okay, so we were checking our we were here. Listen. Okay, here. The answers were erased. Okay, never mind. Here we have our answers, and I'm going to tell you why is I mean, and the other one is I think. Right, let me make it bigger. Let me play it so you can confirm. These are the answers, right? I think so. I think that. Why do you think? I mean, Why was it? You already had that comma, so to show you that it's adding information, right? Same thing at the end here. Okay, so let's check, let's listen.
So, are you the right person for this job?
Yes, I think so.
Why? In a very short answer, please.
Because I can work well with people on a team. I think that teamwork is very important.
I see. Why do you think it's important?
Because a company is a big team. I mean, it's a group of people, and you work with them every day.
And why are you good on a team?
Because I like people, and I can communicate well.
That's great. I think that good communication is important, but I don't think it's the only important thing. What other things can you do well?
I can speak 2 languages. I mean, I speak Spanish and English.
Okay, great. So based on this, what we're going to do is we're going to analyze the questions that she does, right? What kind of questions does she ask? Okay. So can you tell me what questions that the interviewer asked? Tell me the questions that are being asked. What are the questions? What questions that does she ask?
Are you the right person for the job?
Very good. That is the first question that she asks, right? So are you the right person for this job? Very good. That is one question. Any other question?
Mm. Why?
Why? Very good. Now, here have a very, this is a very good example of not answering properly, right? So, are you the right person for this job? Yes, I think so. And then you can add more information. Don't wait for the other person to ask you why, right? So you, instead of being asked why, you have to give a complete answer. Okay, so are you the right person for this job? Yes, I think so. Because, right? And then you explain why. Without waiting for her, or in this case for her, right? Without waiting for the employer or for your interviewer to ask you. Okay, great. Any other questions that you can notice?
What do you think is important?
Very good. Why do you think it's important? And all the questions that follow this one actually are based on the answers that the interviewer, the person who's being interviewed, right, answer. So, because I can work well with people on a team, and then he says, I think that teamwork is very important. So, based on his answer, then the other person, the person who's asking the questions, is building the next questions, right? Because you're having a conversation. It's not like, okay, I'm going to ask you only these questions and I'm not going to pay attention to your answers. No, you always, well, this is the job interview, but when you're having a conversation as well, pay attention to the answers. So based on the answers, you can continue the conversation by asking questions based on the conversation, right? So I think that teamwork is important. And then obviously based on this, I see, why do you think is important, right? If you think that is important, but tell me why. And then he answers, because a company is a big team. I mean, is giving additional information, right? And why are you good on a team? Right? Because he answers, right? People, he's talking because a company is a big team. Talking about teams. Why are you good on a team? Right? And then he says, because I like people and I can communicate well. Great. I think that communication is important, but what other things can you do well apart from communication, right? And then you connect with the next questions. We're going to follow up this on Wednesday, right? To do proper interviews, right? To do proper interviews are connected to that, to have a proper conversation per se. Okay, great. So we're going to leave it there, you guys. Do you have any questions? No questions?
No.
Okay, so don't forget to keep working on your platforms, right? Don't forget to keep doing your activities, and then we will see each other on Wednesday, okay? Have a very nice rest of the day, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome.
Thank
Bye.
you, teacher. Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Very good.